Well, in the basement of the library, there is this, I don't know, 20 volume set, each of them, 3 inches thick, that just compiles the absorption spectra of all these materials. This student that Adam mentioned was an undergraduate, Bryce Bickham, and he started attending our research group meetings and he wanted something to do. And in one meeting, he piped up and said, "Yeah, what can I do? How can I help?" And I told him, "Well, in the basement of the library, there is this, I don't know, 20 volume set, each of them, 3 inches thick, that just compiles the absorption spectra of all these materials. Why don't you start pulling those out and just go through the absorption spectra and here are the criteria we're looking for. This is the kind of absorption we want." And so he went through these volumes and just, page after page, and he would note down the ones that had an or an absorption spectrum that could potentially match what we were looking for. And so he developed this gigantic list of materials, and then we sorted through it for toxicity to get rid of the toxic ones. And in the end, we ended up with these 20 different candidates that we purchased, and we tried. And as Adam said, we had this set of criteria that they had to pass. First being soluble in the monomer we were using, and of course many of them were not soluble, so that got rid of them. And then there were other things having to do with measuring the absorption spectrum as a solubilized absorber in the resin, make sure everything was good there. And then there were other issues with different ones, like Adam mentioned. Some of them were fluorescent themselves, which kills your resolution. And then some of them also created polymer matrices that were just crumbly. They just didn't have the
No.
mechanical properties that were needed. And so in the end, out of these 20 candidates, one of them worked out really well. And so that's what we ran with for a number of years.
Can we